Hey everyone, Craig Duran here with the Duran Group over at Berkshire. Ooh, sorry, over there, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Going to give you the market update for Splash for 2024 third quarter. Um, a lot to talk about with the uh, pricing trends in the market, where price is going. Show you some specific activity in Splash I would think you would want to know about if you're an owner. Also, very excited to share that the software system, I know a lot of you have been signed up for this previously. We lost it for a little while, but thankfully it is back up and running. Or, well, we're launching today, so I can get you back in the system if you want it. In 21 years of selling real estate, I've tried a lot of software systems and computer systems. And a lot of times, most of the software made for real estate agents is a very good thing for agents, but it's not very helpful for buyers and sellers. Buyers and sellers or owners of real estate just want to keep up and look at specific information, especially what is sold in my building. And it's very difficult to find. This system I'm going to show you makes it extremely easy. It's extremely accurate, which for me was one of the main reasons we signed up for this. It's expensive, but I think it's worth it. And it's really easy to use. It looks really good on phones. So if you're waiting around, for a doctor's appointment, I was the other day, you can scroll through and get a quick look and nice way to update and see what's really happening in the Splash market or any other market you want to keep up with. So what it looks like, this is what it looks like on the computer, although you wouldn't have all of this on your side. If you just focus on this middle section, it puts these really nice tiles together. It's very easy to use. You can scroll through photos. You can have more or less detail here. If you want all the details, you can click here to get all of the copy and specs on something. If you click on each listing, you can get the full listing, the full size photos. And what I really like about it is these banners across the top. It'll have a price change. This one is showing you very simply. You can look, oh, it's down $4,000 or 1%. Oh, new to the market. Oh, down 1%, down 4%. If it's a price adjustment up, it'll show you that. If it's back on the market, you'll have back on the market. I think it's red for anything that's sold. It will show you the accurate sales price, the accurate sales date that's reported into the system. So if you want to be set up for this again, I know a lot of you have been on this previously. We lost it again for a while. Text me Splash to 850-290-0417. The way a lot of people are using this, some people want to keep up with everything in Splash. Some people only want to keep up with their floor plan. So if you just want 1 bedrooms or 3 bedrooms or whatever, let me know that. You can have it set for that anytime something happens, you'll be sent an email. This is the way it gets delivered, is a little email. You can have it instantly. You can have it twice a week, once every 2 weeks, or once a month. Right now, because the pace of the market is very slow, a lot of people are asking to be set up for any time something happens, because it may be, you could go easily days at a time, if not weeks at a time, before getting another update from the system. When the market's very active, a lot of people are throttling it back to like once a week or something like that, because it can start to get overwhelming when you have 2 new units pop up for sale, 1 go under contract and 1 sell in a short period of time. So anyway, if you want that, let me know. There's no charge, there's no obligation. Just text 850-290-0417 Splash. I'll set you up. All right, market. If you look at our months of inventory, remember 5 or 6 months of inventory is a neutral market in real estate. We've gone from 1.37 months of inventory in March of last year to 15. We're almost 5 times slower in September of 2024 than we had been. If you just focus on the third quarter, I guess there were some encouraging signs. We had gotten really lousy to 32 months of inventory. That's almost 3 years to sell out of the condo market in PCB. That's not just a buyer's market. I mean, that's extreme. Thankfully, that was just a blip. Hopefully, that was just a blip, and we've shown signs of improvement, but we've got to focus on a little bit bigger picture here, I think, because even from April of this year, we are 3 times slower than we were just 5 months ago. If we look at, I'm going to show you some pricing trends in a minute about where I think pricing could be headed. If we look at anything that's sold in the third quarter and splash, here's what you get: 0 sales. If we look at what is currently set to close, meaning it's under contract, we have at least one unit, 1002 East, is asking 610. That's not the final sales price, but that's the asking price it took to get to a contract. If you look at that same time period of the third quarter and we look at anything that was on the market that came off the market, 6 units had been up for sale that said, no, I'm no longer going to be for sale. So they're either expired, canceled, or temporarily off the market. Those are just categories we use for those kind of things. And now if we look at what is for sale, I'll organize this by price. So 3 1-bedroom, 2-bath units priced between $419 and $429. 2-bedroom plans starting at $539, asking up to $598. Oh, sorry, $675 even. Larger 2-bedroom plan asking $715, and one of the 3-bedroom units asking $935. So here's what I'm talking. I've been saying this for a good year and a half now. I can't stress it enough. I mean, we're already in the midst of it, but we've already seen a lot of price depreciation in the condo market. The median price for a condo in March of 2023 was $576,750. It is now $449,900. The sold average sales price was $599,271 in March of 2023. It is now $482,000. And if you focus on the third quarter, you can kind of see what's happened. Last month was a pretty big move down. Two ways I feel like the market could be headed at the moment. If you think about from a buyer's perspective, and maybe even remember when you bought the condo, the things that were important for you. How much are association fees? What's the rental revenue like? Those are the 2 big questions we still get. 21 years of doing it, so those are like the first 2 questions we get. HOA fees have drifted higher in a lot of buildings. Insurance costs, even though that's not a big expense in a condo, that's drifted up more so on the master association insurance policies moving up. The cost to borrow money is higher. All of this stuff with structural integrity reserve studies and assessments across the entire condo markets, all these things are added expenses. And rental revenues generally, especially in 2023, and even again this year, are down somewhat, certainly from the COVID years. So cash flow is worse. So if I'm a buyer and I want to go in and look at something as an investment, especially, the asking prices, the recent sales prices in the last couple of years don't support this new cash flow that is a worse situation. So I think it's very possible that the real estate market, the condo market especially, gets worse before it gets better. If you think about how many sales we're having right now, that the gears are sort of stuck and there are not a lot of sales happening, and we're waiting for something to unstick that so things will start again. I think what could happen is that a lot of owners finally understand, yes, I do want to get out of the condo. Yes, this is where pricing is. And more people continue to adjust their pricing to where the demand is, because we are having closings. They're just in the condo market at some lower numbers. There's got to be something appealing enough for a buyer to feel good about that. So as an owner, if you're trying to liquidate and get out of the condo for whatever reason, whether it's to stop the bleeding on the expenses or to cash out and take the money and do something else, or you just don't use it as much anymore, then selling it sooner rather than later could be very important, because we've already lost money on paper. We still could be losing some more money before we find a foothold. If that happens, it takes us some time to find a foothold. We could be there a while before we start to see some appreciation in the other direction and start to get momentum. Remember, the market was extremely hot in 2004 and 5. It took us until 2020 for things to happen in the market to get hot again. And from 2004 or 5, we were crashing in 2008, 9. It took some time before we found the bottom. If that's the case, again, selling sooner rather than later could be extremely important. Something else that could be happening in the market, I think, is a very real possibility. I wouldn't be betting on this if I owned a condo at the moment, but I think we maybe are around the bottom right now and everyone's just being patient, and buyers are something's going to get buyers excited enough to buy condos again. Maybe interest rates coming down, maybe getting past the presidential election, getting into next spring, buyers' mindsets will shift and get excited about beach real estate again. Certainly, an active hurricane season doesn't help that either. If that's the case, maybe we don't see much more of a slide, and sales start to pick up slowly around the pricing that we've seen recently. So look at those recent sales prices to see maybe that's going to be about our bottom. I think there's more risk to the downside still, so make your decisions carefully with that information. Again, free information is worth what you pay for it. But if you like to keep up with the market in a very accurate way, that system I showed you at the beginning is the best way to see what is happening on a regular basis inside of Splash or any other project neighborhood you want to watch, keep up with. So shoot me a text again, 850-290-0417. I'll set you up in the system, and you can watch it and adjust with the frequency. Once you're set up, you can actually play with the filters around a little bit and make your own searches and things like that, almost just like a real estate agent does. Extremely nice to be able to have access to accurate sold information. So I hope that helps you. I'll be back with a fourth quarter wrap up in early 2025. I can't believe I'm already talking about next year, but in the meantime, I hope you have a wonderful rest of 2024. Again, I'm Craig Duran with the Duran Group at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Thanks for watching.